Good morning, you're welcome to the GH Today News. It's Thursday, the 10th of April, 2025, and my name is Acquah. Here are the headlines. Minority and leadership of NPP strongly condemns attempted arrest of Asin South MP, Reverend Ntim Fordjour, by NIB operatives. Ghanaians to register SIM cards again from 1st of July. Details as Communications Minister says this is to enhance security and clamp down on SIM fraud. And President Mahama pledges strong commitment to building business-friendly environment to attract foreign direct investment. We've got this and more coming right up. Do stay. You're still tuned in to GHOne, where we are having the GH Today News with me, Acquah. Now, the minority in Parliament, along with the leadership of the New Patriotic Party, has strongly condemned the attempted arrest of Asin South MP, Reverend Ntim Fordjour, by operatives of the National Investigations Bureau yesterday. Now, Reverend Fordjour's residence was surrounded by police and NIB officials in an attempt to execute an arrest warrant over recent allegations involving two suspicious flights at the Acquah International Airport. Now, the MP has claimed that these flights were carrying illicit drugs and cash. The incident has sparked widespread outrage within the NPP, with party members firmly declaring their refusal to be intimidated by such actions. Here are some reactions from Reverend Ntim Fordjour's home.
If they want to invite him, they can invite him. But why is this whole area besieged with security personnel? They called me that I should come immediately because, they've surrounded his house. Yes, but obviously I'm a colleague, a former colleague, and also I practice law. So let me find out what is going on before we can advise him, because it's a bit, frightening. I told him that if there's a search warrant, he should see it before he will let them in, because you can't invade somebody's privacy without an order of the court. So this is where we all have to watch, and if there's anything to invite him, you can invite him. But if you besiege his house, a sitting member of parliament, if it's a drama, then you want to blackmail and intimidate people. I don't need drama to do investigations. I have come to learn that almost serious investigations are submarine. You don't even know that they are even investigating you.
Now, moving on from that, Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation, Samuel Nate George, has announced that Ghanaians will soon be required to register their SIM cards. The process, which begins on July 1, 2025, aims to enhance the security and integrity of digital communications across the country and clamp down on SIM card fraud. Now, Sam George assured the public that the registration will be convenient and accessible, allowing citizens to register their SIM cards from the comfort of their homes, eliminating the long, stressful queues.
As we move into the second quarter of the year, the ministry is poised to make even more significant progress towards a sustainable plan to ensure reliable and affordable internet for all, the pilot of the 1 million coders program, the national AI strategy, and digitizing public service delivery. We would see the strengthening of our policy and regulatory framework. We would commence public sensitization and education towards the impending SIM registration. And let's be clear, I didn't say a SIM re-registration. SIM registration, a proper SIM registration. And we would also do a central equipment identity register. We believe that we will roll out on the 1st of July this year. But let me be clear, there will be no long queues. Ghanaians will not have to leave their jobs to go and queue. And that's why I said it's not a re-registration, it's a registration. It will be the first time you will have a proper registration of SIMs and documents driven by technology to ensure that from the comfort of your home, your SIM card will be verified and registered. The process will be human-centered, but technology-driven. The registration is critical for our collective security as a nation.
Now, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Amma, has challenged the Forestry Commission to transform its operational model and become a more commercially focused entity. According to him, the Forestry Commission should start thinking about business and make the Commission viable to rake in more money and help improve remuneration and make the working conditions of staff better. He pledged the government's support to the Commission towards unlocking its commercial potential, including creating eco-tourism sites to attract both local and foreign tourists. Now, the Elembele MP made these remarks during his maiden working visit to the Forestry Commission's head office here in Accra.
There are plans for passing some legislation in Parliament that I'm going to lead and support you to pass. We have so much we are going to do in the climate arena to try to make sure we can unlock some more dollars for the Forestry Commission. These are very, very important. I've said that we should move on a fast track to make sure that we create a commercial arm of the Forestry Commission so that the Forestry Commission can make more money. Please, in 50 years ago, if you were told that the Forestry Commission is a charity organization, today I've told you that I've come to tell you that under the reset agenda, the Forestry Commission must start thinking business.
Now, the Ghana Health Service is urging the media to verify all health-related information before publication to avoid causing unnecessary panic. Speaking during a media orientation on risk communication, Greater Accra Regional Health Promotion Officer Eunice Joan Jagli warned that false information can spread rapidly and cause significant harm which may be difficult to correct once in the public domain. She called on the media to collaborate with the Ghana Health Service for accurate messaging and avoid declaring outbreaks without confirmation from the appropriate authorities.
Media to open up for information, the authentic information to give to the public. So when you are not sure of what message to give to the public, because wrong message given to the public can cause a lot of harm, reversing it will be very difficult. And the way the wrong message goes, the right one doesn't go like that. So we want the media to ensure that they are sure of what message they are giving, and they should consult us so that together our information and message will be one. Two, we want the platform to do sensitization of the community, getting the information, but do well to ensure that they verify the information and they leave the information and the declaration of outbreak to the authorities that are to do outbreak declaration and not to declare outbreak when they are not sure how the situation is.
The Network for Women's Rights in Ghana, NetRight, is calling on the government to prioritize the implementation of women-centered policies to effectively address gender inequalities in the country. Now, according to the group, such policies are essential for promoting accountable and inclusive government. There's more in this report.
The Network for Women's Rights in Ghana, NetRight, in collaboration with the Star Ghana Foundation, has organized a forum to reflect on recent election outcomes, propose actionable recommendations, and advocate for policy reforms that promote accountable and inclusive governance. Under the theme, Advancing Gender-Responsive Governance and Inclusive Democracy in Ghana, the forum provided a platform for stakeholders to engage in meaningful dialogue on gender equity and political participation. Speaking at the event, Cynthia Sunu, Programs Manager at NetRight, noted that despite the passage of the Affirmative Action Act, its immediate impact on women's political representation remains limited.
The implementation of the newly passed Affirmative Action Act, which was a long fought for victory, did not significantly shift the scale in terms of women's political representation. While there have been some commendable efforts to appoint women to leadership positions in this new administration, These steps would say have not been bold or far-reaching enough to reflect the intent of the Affirmative Action Act.
Lawyer and coordinator for the Affirmative Action Coalition, Becky Enyonam Ahaji, encouraged women to take advantage of the opportunities presented by the Act by putting themselves forward for leadership roles.
So to the women of Ghana, the Act has been passed. It has created opportunity for you. Now we're saying that you have a seat at the table. We want to encourage all women that for every position, once you've heard this is out, put yourself out there, put your CV out there, go through the vetting process, go through every process and make sure that you have a seat at the table where you contribute your quota to the development of this country.
The forum brought together representatives from political parties, civil society organizations, and experts in gender and governance.
Skills development in fashion and technology is a major panacea to the yawning unemployment gap. However, many entrepreneurs continue to struggle with operational costs in training the youth. President of the Muslim Women in Teaching, Amma Ibrahim, is therefore calling government and donor organizations to prioritize investment and support for young women through skills development and apprenticeship programs. My colleague Obi King Gaglo has more in this report.
Muniratu and Fuseina are two beneficiaries of the free skills training by the Muslim Women in Teaching Fashion and ICT Center, which was established 2 years ago with the aim of maximizing the potential of the girl child.
Before I came here, I graduated from school, but the jobs, getting employment has become an issue at hand. So my mom was like, why don't I go and learn fashion? And I was like, okay then. When I came, I realized that everything was okay. They have the machines and all that. But as time was going on, I realized that most of us were having challenges in buying the materials and other items that is needed for you to be able to sew.
Before, I didn't know how to create a flyer. I was able to use Canva. Even with Microsoft Word, I was able to use to create a logo, Canva. Yes, and I was able to do typing, basic typing on my own, spacing, editing and all that. So I've learned a lot from this place.
Apart from Munira and Fuseina, many other young ladies are undergoing apprenticeship in fashion design and IT, hoping to be empowered and to realize their dreams. However, according to founder and president of the Muslim Women in Teaching, the center faces serious challenges, including operational costs and lack of exposure.
Women love to do the fashion, but because of the financial constraint, most of them cannot do it. So we decided to set up the fashion center with the help of international bodies like Turkey, Embassy. They help us to get the machines and other. We employ instructors that we pay them monthly, and as you can see, the machines are industrial sewing machine. The electricity consumption is very high, so operational cost has now become a very big problem. Sometimes we have to end up with our salaries paying the instructors here, which is not sustainable.
Amma Ibrahim wants the National Apprenticeship Program and donor groups to direct more resources into initiatives like this to make skills development more accessible to young women across Ghana.
I would love the government, the initiative of National Apprenticeship Program to come in, because some of the children, they come. Normally we employ, we get about 30, 40 students, but at the end, all the graduation that we have gone, about 10 or 12 will end up to be graduated because they don't have the money to buy the materials for their practicals. Even TNT to come here become problem for them.
Though the challenges persist, the exploits of the center has been lauded by the Ambassador of Switzerland to Ghana, Her Excellency Simone Geiger, who visited the center and emphasized the importance of such initiatives in shaping the future of the girl child.
I'm very happy to see that here in Ghana there are such initiatives, especially also for women, you know, which normally maybe wouldn't have these opportunities in life. And you can see that they can do like really amazing stuff, right? And it's with a bit of training, you know, a little bit of help, they can do wonderful things. So yes, skills are key, but you need really dedicated people who understand that and push such initiatives.
The center is urging young women to avail themselves and invest in skills that provide gainful employment.
Bill's Microcredit has unveiled renowned actress Gloria Sappho as the company's new brand ambassador. The unveiling ceremony held at the company's head office aims to promote swift and reliable financial services for the youth, women and others without the burden of collateral. There's more in this report.
For over 16 years, Bill's Microcredit has been providing financial credit to Ghanaians from diverse backgrounds through flexible means, emphasizing the absence of collateral requirements. This approach differs from the usual demands made by other financial institutions, which have historically left many financially excluded. Delivering a speech during the unveiling, Chief Executive Officer Romeo Richlove Elom Kwekuseshi indicated that the company's core values of innovation and transformation align with those of the brand ambassador.
Our mission has always remained simple and powerful: to provide financial empowerment to individuals and small businesses who are so often overlooked or underserved by the mainstream financial systems. At Bills, we believe in potential, we believe in progress, and above all, we believe in people. Today, we take that belief a step further. To connect more deeply with communities we serve, we recognize the need for a voice with the power to inspire, influence, and connect.
Gloria Sappho highlighted the need for effective collaboration to promote indigenous brands while empowering the youth to reach their full potential.
My passion to make sure that every youth of Ghana, is more or less established and has a future to depend on. We are all building a sustainable future together, and I will be extremely glad to be in the driver's seat whilst you all join me in the passenger seat as we drive this force to a better Ghana.
Bill's Microcredit is urging the general public to visit their offices with just their Ghana cards to access flexible and affordable financial credits.
President Mahama has pledged his administration's strong commitment to building a business-friendly environment that attracts foreign direct investment. Speaking at the Ghana Czech Business Seminar in Accra, President Mahama noted that several strategic initiatives are being rolled out to boost investor confidence, stimulate economic growth, and position Ghana as a leading destination for global capital.
This administration is deeply committed to creating an enabling environment for business growth and foreign direct investment through several key strategic initiatives. Firstly, we're intensely focused on ascending the global value chain by transforming our rich raw materials endowment into high-value finished and semi-finished products. The Czech Republic's renowned industrial expertise and technological capabilities can be invaluable in this transformation, particularly in specialized areas such as food processing, mineral refinement, pharmaceutical production, and light manufacturing. Secondly, we are actively promoting and diversifying our non-traditional exports to strengthen our economic resilience. Czech businesses can form strategic partnerships with Ghanaian enterprises to access not only our domestic market, but also leverage Ghana's privileged position to reach the broader African market through the opportunities presented under the African Continental Free Trade Area. Thirdly, we're making substantial investments in transportation networks and digital connectivity infrastructure to enhance Ghana's competitiveness in the global economy. The Czech Republic's extensive experience in these critical areas, especially in efficient urban mass transport systems and state-of-the-art digital infrastructure, presents golden opportunities for mutually beneficial collaboration and knowledge exchange.
Thank you so much for tuning into the GH Today News. My name is Nanama Acquah. For more news updates, click on starfm.com.gh. Enjoy your Thursday.